tournament, worst of the worst. This is going to be a gimmick tournament where all teams have actually agreed that casters can shit talk them and comment on their bad plays and yeah. So we do see first chase coming in pretty quick. We do have Ichor versus Wingboilers today with Wingboilers on the killer, and we do see Unknown on a pretty special map. We see the first tag coming through. Will, how do you feel about Unknown on Midwich?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ever since you forgot to, oh my fucking god. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be the first shit talk, mate. Like, I don't really know what I've just seen, but this guy got absolutely domed. So that is the first down coming in, and the pain res on top mid or the top 12 even. I haven't really like put much thought into this setup, to be honest with you, Nathan. I've just come in with the incentive to shit talk and the mic and ability to do so. In all honesty, man, I'm quite excited to see how this plays out because it's a very much more relaxed feeling than our main stage. We're allowed to say what we really think instead of what we're allowed to think. And oh my, what on earth am I seeing for the stealth? Nathan, back to you, please. Don't give me too much free reign on these teams,
I
man.
think Jake thought he could go into that locker. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think hiding in that corner is gonna do much for you, and I don't think you can take the window vault when your teammate's going through it. Oh, the killer is just getting so many free hook stages right now, and we haven't even seen a gen pop. Will, I don't even know what's going on right now.
Oh nah, bro. They're kind of, lining up for it, man, and I'm not really sure this is what we're going to be looking for if you're on the Survivor team. Giving 2 downs and Sausage A10 with the most horrifically ugly Claudette fit ever, just running into metal here, and we do see the hallucination on 12 as well, meaning that that unhook is not really safe for any of our Survivor players here. He's just kind of patrolling gens, finding resets, and another really terrible reset, and honestly, detrimental stealth for the Survivors here.
Yeah, I don't think the killer realized there that he cannot walk through survivors, and the survivors need to realize they need to reset on pallets, Will. If they are not resetting in safe spots, they are just going to keep giving up tags like that for free, as Metal misses another shot onto Ace, who is stuck in this corner and can't go anywhere.
Yeah, this is not looking too good for the ace here. I think Metal binding a little bit more time, making sure that the ace can't really do too much. I think we're going to see it down. No, the ace actually manages to clear the UVX infection, but still zoned due to the hallucination here. Metal playing really well, and survivors are kind of just getting dog walked. It's like they're on a leash, man. This is absolutely, like, it's nice to see, to be honest, and especially from Midwich, which is a very unforgiving map if you don't know how to play it right on either side. We do see Claudette a bit out of position as well, and Ace just going down to the second UVX of the match. Claudette dropping down to the pallet, but obviously Metal not really looking to commit that chase and going to be taking his second hook on Ace here.
I mean, he could have got a free tag on the Claudette there. I'm surprised he didn't take it. He had the TP there if he wanted to get back to Ace quick, if he was worried about a pickup. But we do see the reset come in, and then we do see a gen kick. And if my eyes are not mistaken me, we have 3 stages on Unknown before the first gen pop. Unknown is the most harmless killer in the game, and I am shocked that the survivors haven't been able to pop just 1 gen yet.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, we have seen 2 instances of pain res being used, so that could be definitely playing into the hand of the killer here. We do see actually Unforeseen coming in on the generator, meaning that the Unknown is undetectable for around, I think it's 30 seconds apiece. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that is definitely going to be fucking with the brains of our survivors here, because in many balances, in fact, I think every balancing ever, Unforeseen is general banned. So I don't think that survivors are going to be really thinking about playing against these perks that you're not really going to be seeing in many other tournaments.
Yeah, and we see Metal cut off another save from the unhook. I'm not sure if Renato here can get past unless Metal gives it to him for free by scooting too much to the side. As we do see the pull come in, it's not even a trade. The solo unhook not even being a trade, as we do see Renato just standing there in the pathway again. Feels like deja vu as we see another crazy UVX shot. Last is just getting absolutely peppered by these UVXs. It seems like he can't even juke them to save his life, as he is dead now at 5 gens.
Yeah, 5 gen tunnel out is not really what you're going to be looking for the respective survivor side here. Obviously, Metal doing an incredible job, and Lass is eating those UVXs like it's a mukbang. Like, this is actually incredible. I did not really think about the or the implications of your UVX and the bounces here in these tight corridors and tight rooms on Midwich. So this is actually quite refreshing to see. In terms of Gen Prog as well, this is another pain res, and survivors are looking a little bit worse for wear here as we go with the third pain res used. And
Oh,
Claudette actually found on 7 up as well. Nathan, take it away, my boy.
I mean, just trying to dispel an unknown TP when he can TP is just so risky, especially in a spot where he probably does want to TP to. He knows you've been working that gen since the start of the game, so it's probably pretty high on the priority list of TPs. But we do see an unhook come in, and I believe because of that broken status, that is second wind. I think that is allowed. I'm not 100% certain.
Oh, Nathan, man, like, this is the best thing about this event. I can shit talk the actual atrocity that we're seeing happen on Survivor side here, and I can also shit talk you not knowing about perk bans and not being able to switch between the cameras. That is, in fact, clean break. So Renato out of being able to get reset for around, I think, 60 seconds, but we do also have the being able to work gens and have that passive healing happen as well. So Metal kind of just proxying every gen here. He's doesn't really have to worry about any. We haven't seen any too high progress. Obviously, all stacks of pain res being used here, but Metal is chilling like a villain in a snowstorm, bro. Like, this guy doesn't really have much to hold. Like, the survivors are just on the back foot, and they have been from the get-go, especially after last decided to eat those UVXs like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, and we do find another survivor here. This generator is quite high progress. The question is, are we going to see finally a generator pop in this match? We have been at 5 generators for too long. And when Metal went to kick the gen, Jake decided to sit here in this room and take a UVX bouncing off that wall. I don't think you can dodge it there. I think unless Metal decides to shoot the bench right in front of his face. But see, and then a wild swing through. Jake is lasting way longer than he should on this pallet, and that is going to be a juke coming out, but he's within M1 range as we do see the save come through, which means we aren't going to see another gen pop just yet. The question is, are survivors going to be able to pop just one gen before Metal is able to 4K them?
Yeah, I was just thinking this is a bit of a sorry sight for our survivors here. We do have one person on death hook. We have a person tunneled out at 5 gens, and we have Sausage still not able to get resetted. Metal just keeping up with the pressure. I'm not really sure what to commentate about here. Metal just standing on the slab stairs here, making sure no one rotates from upstairs 2 or upstairs 1. And he's just kind of putting down his hallucination, making sure that he can get back to hook and make sure that he can cut off any rotations that the survivors have been doing. Survivor rotations haven't been particularly crisp or good this game, so I don't think he's particularly worrying about that. We did see the Claudette get cut off from 7, especially after the hallucination kind of caught her out and led to a quick down. But we're not really seeing too much else in terms of survivors pressuring gens or getting anywhere close to in a better spot for themselves.
Yeah, I think this game, Metal saw that it was a shit talk tournament and decided he didn't want to be shit talked at all because he is putting on a performance here. Managing to get this kind of result on Unknown is crazy. Yes, it is a different map, and maybe it is a little bit worse for the survivors, but we do see the first gen popping of the match as we do see Zeo dying on hook, and we see Metal getting into the last chase. That's insane. That means that for Ichor's killer, they are going to have to get a 4K5 to be able to beat this win con. If I was their killer right now, I would be screaming at my survivor saying, like, what are you doing? How do you get 4K4'd by the unknown?
Yeah, it's a pretty sorry sight to see if you're rooting for Survivor side here. Obviously, Metal did an exceedingly good job, and Survivors kind of just handed it to him on a silver plate, if I'm being honest, with the reset spots and the unhooks coming in, and I'm surprised that he didn't actually get the respective body block on the Renato, meaning that Ace died on second hook, but, you know, here we are. We all make mistakes, and, you know, the nature of mistakes in this tournament is we can actually talk shit about them, and we can be open with how we feel like they affected the game. Nathan, that was a pretty quick one as well, man. I think we've actually made up for a few minutes starting late.
Yeah, that match was insanely quick. I have never seen a result like this on Unknown before, and maybe, hey, maybe Midwich is just the new map for Unknown. Maybe this is his strongest map and we just didn't know about it. but we will see if Ichor can come in and get an insane 4K5 result, which is probably not going to happen. But we will see what they can do anyway, coming up pretty soon. See you guys then.
Yo, what's good, everyone? In between the intermission, I did actually get some word from the higher-ups that we're not being mean enough, so be prepared to hear some very inexcusable shit about the absolute atrocity. If we just go back to the fact that Ichor got a 4K forward on Unknown on Midwich, bit of a sorry sight to see, but we do actually have Ichor Killer here with Sinner on the Unknown. Obviously, I'm not here alone. I sadly do have to cast with Nathan, so... You know, man, take it away if
You
you
stumble
have
over
to.
your words there a little bit, Will. You're a little bit nervous. But we do see. Oh, I mean, we see Sinner coming out and missing a swing, but then immediately hitting a UVX. I'm not sure what this Bill is doing. He realized that he has a pop 1-gen win con pretty much, but he is going to get 2 tapped. I mean, I didn't think 4K5 was possible, but I mean, after last game and after seeing this first chase, I think both survivor sides, it's definitely possible to see a 4K5 coming through.
I mean, for sure, man, but Nathan, let's be for real, man. You're not saying enough to actually trash talk the teams. That was a dog shit chase. We saw this guy take a hit into Narnia, and he only made it to the doors of the wardrobe. This guy did absolutely nothing with the distance from the UVX and died within 2 seconds. Like, that is an absolutely abysmal chase. Like, I can't even sugarcoat that. Like, even if I was casting for the regular tournament, I'd be thinking to myself, what is this build doing? You run into the classroom and you get 2-tapped by the harmless killer, bro. How can you proclaim that you're a top tier or at least a comp player if this is happening to you? Nathan, man, tell us what we're seeing, bro. Come on, give me some energy.
I think we definitely found the worst of the worst teams for this tournament. But we do see Ace getting tapped up. I don't know how Sinner missed that shot. Ace was just sitting there in that corner ready to take that shot, and Sinner managed to miss, and he managed to get stunned on one of the worst pallets in the game. I don't know what's happening, but Ace is trying to hit him with the flashlight, and he has the worst aim ever. Ace, aim labs is free, brother. And he didn't even do anything. He doesn't even manage to get away. As we do see the first gen popping way faster than we saw from Ichor. And that is going to be Tycon already met.
Yeah, so what have we seen? We've seen the Bill get 2-tapped to Oblivion, the possibly worst chase I've ever seen. We see the V, getting caught and then Sinner missing like an absolute bozo, take off the fucking blindfold, my man. And now we're seeing Chase going to bottom 11. Now, V actually dodges UVX and is going to drop 11 here, praying to get some more time. But as you said, the Tycon's already been met. I mean, it's not really a Tycon, let's be honest. It's a, if you lose to this or if you don't pop the 1-gen, then you've got to delete the game.
You know,
so this is kind of a humbling, I think we're going to be seeing.
You know what I think I've noticed? I think Dead by Dawn needs to get sponsored by Aim Labs because these guys need it. I am seeing so many missed shots, so many missed flashlights. I don't know what these players are doing, but they're definitely not doing Aim Labs in their free time.
No, definitely not. I mean, it's what we've seen. We've seen Midwich. Midwich Unknown is definitely not something people are practicing on. And if they are, God so help us all, because you know for a fact you are never getting a scrim in DBD scrims for Unknown on Midwich. Like, people would probably look at you as if you're some kind of alien, as if you've got green skin or you're trying to cosplay a glorb here. So in terms of everything that we're seeing, this is kind of textbook. We just have patrolling gens, putting down hallucinations. Survivor's doing a lot better job than what we saw last time, especially because they've already met the Tycon, which was not even really a challenge, if I'm being honest, Nathan.
Yeah, I mean, if I was the killer player, I would be so mad at my survivors for setting an absolutely terrible win con for me to try and meet. But I will say the survivors from Wingboilers are definitely making it seem like this is tieable. These chases are absolutely horrible. I swear every time we see a chase start, someone is getting tapped up. But if Sinner keeps missing UVXs like that, I don't think we're going to end up seeing it no matter how many mistakes the Wingboilers survivors make.
I mean, man, like at the same time, we also see survivors taking chases in the deadest of dead zones. Like I'm talking about, there are crickets sounding in my ears every time I look at where the survivors are going, and there's tumbleweeds in the bottom of my screen, man. Like nothing is happening. This Bill is found out of position again, obviously makes the window, but do we have Sinner actually like playing for it, or are we just gonna be seeing him going for a cheeky UVX, which he misses? I'm not sure how you can miss a UVX in that kind of situation. I think, you know, it takes more skill to miss in that situation than to actually hit the survivor. Like that's almost impressive that you're this dismal on the killer.
And he puts away the UVX when he had the freest shot in the world to go for an M1 that he has no reason to ever hit. And I mean, the survivors met the win con at this point, but I don't even think it matters because both teams are putting up horrible performances. I don't even know what I'm watching.
Yeah, we do see the reset happening on the survivors, you know, 10 years too late, and we have Sinner swinging for, I don't even know, Casper the Ghost maybe appeared on his screen. Like, this guy is so ambitious with his swings that it's almost funny. Like, this guy is probably like one for seven M1s. This guy is not doing enough in order to be keeping the injuries coming in a rate that would need to be with the Tycon. Obviously, the Tycon's already been met, and the win con's already been met. It's not even a win con, bro. It's just a don't lose, else you look like an absolute idiot.
Yeah, I think Sinner must have gotten a new router, and he went from probably 500 ping to 20 because he cannot hit any of these M1s. He's swinging from so far away. But we do see Bill going down. I don't know how you could go down with Sinner on the unknown. This has to be one of the worst unknown performances I've seen in a long time. But we do see Bill going on hook, and we do hear quite a bit of progress over here. Or maybe not. Maybe the survivors just decided to forget about the gens and spend time in a corner doing nothing, I suppose.
Well, listen, man, I think they're taking their annual leave, so they're not actually forced to work gens, and they're taking it a bit easy. They did put up a good performance, or at least that killer did. I mean, in terms of Metal's done a sterling job in order of the unknown performance, and then this V's doing an even better job at getting absolutely shit on, unlucky buddy, dying under God Pallet as well, but nothing comes from it. And we do see basement here, but we're not going to take it, we're going to opt for the pain rest hook if we do make it.
You know, Will, when are survivors going to realize that getting infected by the unknown doesn't mean you're dead, and if you're going to juke and get M1 after, it's just as bad, if not worse. He could have dropped that God Pallet, taken the UVX, and been safe, but instead he decided to die for zero reason. I am so surprised that Sinner wasn't able to get this win con, because with how these survivors are playing, even with Sinner's mistakes, I mean, dude.
Yeah, like, yeah, we know what we're seeing. We do advertise as a low to mid comp tier in terms of tourney, but we're seeing a below average even here. Like, we're seeing a pub lobby in terms of win cons and everything. You don't see a 4K4. And if you do see a 4K4, well, I need to go back to Specsavers to get my eyes checked out. Also, as you were touching with the playing to get hit by the UVX just so you don't get M1 and playing safe, I don't think safe is really in the survivors vocabulary, as we did see the absolutely dismal 4K, and now we're seeing a slightly less terrible but also bordering on the verge of a dog shit result from our survivor team here as well.
Yeah, I mean, Sitter's just opting to camp here when he knows the position of another survivor working on his generator. I'm not sure what the point of running Dragon's Grip was if you're not going to do anything with it when you get the notification. But camping to second because, you know, it's not like the survivors met WinCon already. But we are going to see him actually going to that notification, or he's not going to, and he's going to completely ignore the fact that he knows someone's on that generator in the library.
Nathan, the game sensing isn't making sense, so I'm not really sure what I'm seeing. Yaya on possibly worse stealth since we've seen since the last Survivor game. Obviously, we haven't seen any resets happening, which is good from our Survivor side, but we also haven't been seeing them keeping tucked away and not getting found. Yaya gets hit by the worst UVX possible. Honestly, a achievement to be hit by that, to be honest. And Bill is so out of position that he makes Sinner's movement and game sense look somewhat decent.
You know what I realized, Will? That generator and library had like no progress. That means Yaya was so afraid of the unknown killer when he was exposed that he stopped working on it completely and just sat on that hallway that whole time while Sinner was camping. I mean, we were talking about Sinner making a terrible decision, but Yaya is so afraid of an M1 from this harmless killer Bro, like, I don't even know what's happening.
Oh wow, look at that. A little fireworks going off as well, as if that was ever gonna do anything. Bill, that was terrible. That was literally got to be the worst firecracker I've ever seen. But in terms of survivor performance, obviously, we are gonna be looking at outs, as we should have been. 4K4, by the way, Nathan. 4K4.
I mean, I don't know how you get 4K'd by the unknown killer, let alone 4K4. It just has to be unforgivable. And yeah, we did see Sitter leave that generator that he knew was high progress, so Bill was able to just stick it and pop it in his face. I don't know what kind of game sense Sitter has and is thinking about in his brain, but it's definitely not from the same game that we've been playing, Will.
Oh yeah, nah, definitely. We've got the no making sense game sense, and we have the hole actually eating up the UVX. Sinner not looking too happy about that, and I wouldn't be too happy if I got stages versus a 4K4 result on unknown midwits. Like, you can't really make it up, man. The disparity between the teams here is looking a bit larger than we foresaw, to be honest with you, Nathan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you have the mental to go into the next sets after having that terrible of a performance, but we will see what they are doing in the next set coming up pretty soon. See you guys then.
Uh, Welcome back, everyone, for Dead by Dawn. Worst of the worst little run through here. We do have Ichor on the killer again, which we saw them getting staged on Unknown versus the 4K4 result. I will not let that die. I'm taking that to the grave, and I don't mean I'm not talking about it. I mean, I will take it and I will remember and I will laugh at you guys forever for that absolutely abysmal result. We do actually have here Ghoul on RPD, and I know you guys don't actually know that outside of the casting on the next upstream, because Nathan, my highly esteemed caster friend here, is actually very good at forgetting what he needs to say and cutting me off when I was going to bring up what sets we're going to be seeing next. So Nathan, take it away and comment about this absolutely dismal ghoul skin. If you don't have the auric cells, man, just say that.
Yeah, I mean, I still forgot though what killer's up next. I can't really tell right now, but yeah, we do see Sinner on the Ghoul. The question is, can he put up a better performance on the killer that he picked? I'm gonna say I don't think so. I think for the performance we've seen and the way he played M1 in the unknown set, I don't think this guy can get any kind of 4K, whether that be 4K4 or 4K1. But we are gonna see if he can even get it down before the first gen pops.
Well, you'd like to hope so, wouldn't you? Benji, you absolute idiot, man. Like, what am I saying? And you use your firecracker to do what, man? What is that going to achieve for you? You just face tank the pallet and think that you're going to get the prompt. No, you have a, however many kilograms this ghoul, this killer is, right in front of you, and you risk the hit as well. Like, you just don't know what you're doing. You're trying to give the down as quick as possible. Do we know the premise of comp here? Like, do we know the premise of taking first chase as a survivor player? Because clearly, I don't think you do, man.
Yeah, I don't think we can kick that gen there, Sinner. I think it might be blocked by your own perk. So, but yeah, he's gonna go back and kick it, just trying to look for some survivors. As the survivors get the pull right under his nose. I don't know if this guy has the awareness of a goldfish or what, but he did not notice the survivors getting the save right under his nose. And that means that they are going to get the pull for free, and Benji is just going to go back to the same area where he died last time. The question is he going to be able to play the pallet right this time? Probably not. He's going to be greeting it, though, this time. And the question is, hey, I think he's learned from his mistake, or he did not, and he's going to die again. But he does have the window vault chain right there, and he is still dead. I don't think Benji learned anything from his previous mistakes, Will.
Yeah, man. I think maybe the PTSD of going down in a few seconds has really caught up with Benji. Never mind, man. It was all planned. It was all calculated. Why play well if you have Decisive Strike? I mean, it's the ultimate, you know, move. You don't have to play well because you have a free get out of jail free card. Like, you don't have to think, oh, am I going to last in chase? And you're dropping the pallet again. Like, what is the thought process? And it's a dead man. What is the thought process from our killer here as well? I don't even know what I'm seeing. I just know that it's complete dog shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think they put the perfect build on Benji. This guy needs as many bailouts as possible because he's made the same exact mistake 3 times in a row. So yeah, I would put Decisive and Dead Hard on that player as well if he's going to make this many mistakes. And we do see Sitter respected the pallet again. Why would Benji make the same mistake again? He actually did the timing right this time, though. Benji keeps making the same mistake, trying to think it'll work out, and he does manage to get it to work out this one time after 3 tries.
Wow, man, we are 1 for 3. That is a 33% chance success rate. Yo, Benzi, go back to the drawing board, my man. And Sinner, how are you letting this happen to you? Like, genuine, what are we doing? We're being run around like we're free in a park, and you're after a tennis ball, man. You have the mindset of a dog, and you're playing no more than dog shit. Like, come on, bro. Pick up the pace. You have 3 injuries with your power, and we're still yet to see more than one person injured. Well, obviously, Caster's curse as well. But I think I needed to instill that in Ink here to make sure that bro actually does get some injuries around the board.
Yeah, I mean, he committed Tunnel Out to eat DS, eat DH, and then drop it anyway. So all that time was for literally nothing, absolutely wasted, while the survivors are just doing his generators. And we actually do see this alien perk coming out. Ultimate weapon getting the info on the survivors, but it's not going to matter because he spent so much time on that tunnel out that they're just going to pop all the generators in his face.
Yeah, man, like, I don't really know what the play was there from Ink. You know, you eat DS like it's a nice fresh piece of pie, and then you eat dead hard, again, you're getting slightly full, and then you just leave. Like, it's like you finish eating at a restaurant and you don't bother paying. Like, what is the thought process there? Like, you're dining and dashing for survivors and you have no more pressure than when you spawned in the game. Like, it's just not the right play. The only thing you've got going for you now is 2 stacks of Grim Embrace because your chases have been awful. Like, tell me what we're seeing here, Nathan, because I genuinely don't know. I don't think I could put into words what kind of performance we're seeing here from Ink.
Yeah, I mean, he put on Grim Embrace, but I don't think he has the capability to even get 4 downs before all the gens pop. So I don't even think we're going to see that 4 stack of Grim Embrace even happen because, yeah, I mean, when Ink's on the killer, we know it's going to be pretty free outs. We do see the survivor with the scream was trying to get that generator. It managed to out stealth Ink, which is not too much of a surprise. I think Ink has the game sense of a goldfish here. But we are going to see the tag coming through, and he's just going to drop chase and go and kick this gen again. I guess he doesn't want to see any more stacks of Grim Embrace come through.
Yeah, he's playing a challenge. How shit on can I get before I use my 4th stack of Grim Embracer? And it's looking highly likely that we're going to be seeing another gen pop soon because we have the gen in Garden high progress. I'd imagine the other gen is also high progress as well, but it doesn't matter because we actually have a competent survivor in the chase actually playing to drop the pallet where it's not an instant 50-50. Benji, take some notes here. This is how you should be playing, and this is why you're on the bailout build instead. Obviously, we do have the down here, but Metal just taking some time off the killer, and Ink just really maximizing his chase time because he obviously does not want to win this set.
Yeah, I mean, we do see Metal lasting longer on 2 pellets than Benji did on 7. But we are seeing the last gen pop. Shocker, we see the gen pop before he can even get 3 stacks of Grim Embrace. I think he might think it works on the exit gates, but it does not. And we found our weak link here, Will. It looks like Ink is going to want to commit this knowing that Benji is the weak link of the team. He doesn't have to eat the DS anymore, doesn't have to eat the DH anymore, and maybe he can actually get some more stages on the board because right now it's looking like on their own pick he's going to get a worse result than his unknown.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at this pragmatically, this Ing guy has done absolutely nothing this game. You could have been AFK and then come back and you still would have got some more stages, especially if you play for them freshes like Grim Embrace wants you to. And now, why are we committing this Nia if we know that Nia's not a fresh hook anymore? It literally tells you now. There's been an update that tells you you're fresh hooks. You don't have to be good at the game to know what result you need. And we just see them outs at the gate. You have just let them waltz out in your face, and you've got 3 stages, 3 fresh. What an absolutely dismal result, Nathan.
I mean, yeah, you're running Grim Embrace and you can't even get 4 stages, bro. Like, I don't know what the thought process was there. I wonder how the scrims went in the background. Maybe his survivors were giving enough stages for Grim to activate. But yeah, 3 stage, 3 fresh. That is an absolutely horrible result coming through. But we will see what Wingboilers can do on the killer coming up next to beat a 3-stage win con.
I mean, if they can't man, then you know it's kind of just prove that you're not the worst team. Fingers crossed we're not the worst team in this tournament, man. Please. Wingboilers, man, take it away. Get anything more than 3 stages, and you have my heart. Give me something to chat shit about on the killer and chat shit about the survivors, but at least give us a decent result. Come on, anything more than 3 stages is what we're looking for here.
Yeah, I mean, I would have said that that's a guarantee, but I think in the worst of the worst tournament, anything can happen. But we will see that coming up next. We'll see you guys then. Hello, everyone. We are back with Wingboilers versus Ichor. Now, we did see a penalty come through for Wingboilers survivors. They did not have 2 Vigo Shroud, so that is going to be half a hook stage penalty, and the win con will be 4 stages, but I don't think that penalty is going to matter in the slightest. Ichor has been playing some of the worst DBD I've ever seen, but if Metal's going to play like that, maybe it is possible. I'm still here with Will. 4-stage win con on the goal.
Okay, so we're playing for the sake of playing the game now. If we get anything worse than four stages, man, I think we do need to just ring up the boots and never touch the computer again. Not even DBD. We just have to throw out all electricity. We have to be resorting back to the caveman era, and we're going to be playing on a Etch-a-Sketch instead. Like, because you just can't make it up, man. How are we getting 3 stages versus a killer that's 3 injuries, which we didn't ever go for, and a free DH, negation? Like, you can literally just hit them with power, and there's nothing they can do for DH. Like, how are you getting hit by DS and DH, and then not committing chase? Like, no wonder you lost. Anyway, back to the game that happened. I'm still mad. Like, I'm still mad that happened, Nathan. Like, I didn't want to be this mad when coming into this casting. Obviously, having a little bit of pent-up rage does help, but in terms of, like, I wanted to see a good result at least.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone can lose this, though, it's Metal. I mean, are you seeing how he's playing the goal right now? It looks like he's never touched this killer in his life. And we do see Zio actually learning from Benji's last mistakes by actually chaining the pallets instead of just giving the goal a free power vault and then dying. But we are going to see Fursa coming through before or after the first gen pops, so already on infinitely better pace than the last school. But we are going to see another survivor getting caught out on the rotate. I'm not even sure what's going through Ichor's mind. I guess it's just run at the killer day or something. Just give away as many free tags as possible.
I mean, yeah, let's think about how Felix played that just now. Hello?
What?
Also, hello, Metal? Like, okay, yeah, no, never mind. It's your game. I'm just here to spectate and I'm here to talk shit. But, like, how is this happening? And how are you getting stealthed out into the basement as well? I mean, you're giving another hook stage, which is infinitely better timing and pacing than Ichor on the killer. So Wingboilers are looking in a commanding position here. But how on God's green earth are we letting that happen from the survivor side and also from the killer side? Like, Metal, what are you doing? Lock in, else you are at risk of getting any worse than a 3-stage.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if I was the Wingboiler survivors, I'd be pretty confident in Metal until I saw this performance on Ghoul, and I would be sweating a little bit worried about the fact that he might not be able to reach this win con. But we are going to see him just trying to find out the survivor, see if he can find the stealth like he did last time. And it doesn't look like there's going to be any survivors around. I'm not sure what he's looking for. But the survivors are just going to be here because I'm going to eat my words. And they're going to give away another free tag. I'm not sure what these survivors are thinking with their positioning. Let's work the gen closest to the basement hook so we can give the killer a free tag.
Nathan, I heard there you said like a word that people must know, and you said stealth. Well, I don't. Oh my God, Metal, you actual pub bot! What am I seeing? Like, how are you letting this happen? This has not been a thing that killers get like confused with since 2017. Are we in a noob 3 lobby? Aaron, is this you? Like, I don't really know what I'm seeing. But yeah, you brought up stealth. And from the survivor side, I don't think there's much of it. I don't think they even know what the word means or entails, my man. So, keep that in mind when we're thinking about Ichor here and how much that their rotations. Oh my God, how are we letting this happen? Like, the rotations are bad from the survivors, but then you're just giving them free pallet stuns if you're Metal, bro. Lock in.
Yeah, I mean, Metal is just giving the survivors all the free pallet stuns in the world. I mean, We were talking about 4-stage win con being completely free, but Metal is somehow finding a way to make it actually a struggle to try and get this result. I mean, the start that he had, I'm surprised it's even lasting this long. These 2 stages have taken him forever to get. I mean, are we going to see another down come through? And we actually see a hit tank. Ichor is finally doing something after doing a whole lot of nothing. And we're going to see if Metal can actually get it down here. I mean, he's 2 stages away from winning, but it seems like he can't get anything to happen.
I think that is the only good thing we've seen out. Oh my god, oh my god. You got ping hit through a pallet, and you're just on your back like a turtle, man. Oh my god, like, what can we even say about this? There's no commentary to be done. The only nice thing we've seen from Ichor these entire games is the fact that they took a hit. Well done, man. You're finally coordinating as a survivor team, that you're taking hits for your tunnel out. Who would have ever thought that this is a possibility within a set so free as a Kaneki one?
I mean, yeah, shocker that Metal needs the survivors of Ichor to give him a free hit for him to even get it down. I mean, when they have pallets around, he is just struggling so hard. It's like he needs to get stunned by the pallets. He needs to have it done or he's going to die, because that's what it feels like right now. He's just eating every pallet, and they are going to get the save right under his face again. What is with these killers and giving up free saves, Will? It's almost like they don't know how to proxy the hook or put any pressure on the survivors at all.
Oh yeah, definitely. We've seen some of the worst game sense from our killer players here, and honestly, this chase is not going to be lasting too long, because this guy, I don't know if you saw it or, you know, if you happen to see it, which is no bad feat in itself, but this ace did decide to take a nice munch out of that wall instead of getting the window vault like any sane person would, and Claudette does give a free tag, and you're both in the same boat, man. Like, you've just given him longer in rage, and you've also made it so that the ace gets no distant from your hit, so you're just giving up hits to Thanatophobia for zero reason, and now you're at full stacks. Good job, Claudette. That might be the worst thing I've seen in
I
this
just
game.
want to talk about that sequence of events right there. You say that Claudette gave Ace no distance, but then Metal decided to gift him distance by kicking the pallet and putting his power on cooldown. But Ace decided to stay there and watch him do it instead of taking the distance he was gifted, and that is going to be the down and the last stage to give WinCon. I don't know what is going through these survivor brains, but they are just wanting to lose apparently.
Oh, definitely. Metal's giving it to them for free, but they're not really looking like they want to be doing much of anything. Obviously realizes he's not getting that pain rest hook because his hook speed has been terrible. How are you almost losing to a 3-stage win con? A 4-stage win con even, 3-stage tie con. But yeah, I think Metal's getting into the gear of the festivity of Christmas and thinking it's about gift giving. Obviously Metal there. What have we just seen? I'm guessing Deli's not allowed. I don't even know. Deli is allowed, okay? Or it's just on the survivor builds. Anyway, I don't think it matters all too much because we saw an absolutely shit result and we weren't expecting them to win anyway. So in terms of everything that's happened, I feel like Metal's been body blocked by the hook because of his overly large self. Too many kebabs, man.
Yeah, I mean, we see Metal getting it down in endgame. Where was this down speed earlier when he actually needed it? I don't know how this man managed to come through and get this win con. We were talking about 4 stages being easy, but Metal decided to make it look like it was going to be the hardest win con possible for the ghoul to get. But you're going to see the survivors just playing around. I think Jake finally learned what stealthing is, but unfortunately, Metal's game sense is just too good to find that stealth out here. We just see the survivors and the killer just messing around, having a bit of fun, as it is the true nature of this tournament. Just have fun. But yeah, we do see actually a win coming through for Team Wingboilers with one of the worst team names I've ever seen. But yeah, Will, that game was atrocious.
Oh yeah, like, I don't think I can even begin to comment on everything that went wrong. Like, from a survivor side, we're giving up hits freer than Morgan Freeman. We're, you know, getting no distance after the tags, but then we're gifting distance as if it's Christmas come early because we're Metal, and we just love to be charitable to the survivors. It's actually, it looked like a basket case, man. I don't know what I was meant to say or anything positive that could have ever come from that series of events.
Yeah, I mean, he managed to make that win con look tough. Yeah, they had a penalty, but 4 stages on the Ghoul Killer is just something you should always see. I mean, I don't know how these survivors got 4k4 on unknown and then managed to come out and you play Ghoul so bad that you managed to barely get win con as the last gen pops. I mean, man, talk about a terrible performance from the killer players today. We just saw awful play from killers. But yeah, I mean, what a matchup, man. I mean, Wingboilers coming through with the win. I don't think anyone expected anything from them this tournament with a name and team icon like that. I mean, what can you expect?
I mean, you say it's a win, but I think what we really mean is less of a loss. If you come into that after 4K4ing and you lose that first set, not only have you done a disservice to yourself, but you've done a disservice to comp as a whole. Like, you cannot be thinking, oh wow, we're going to go into this and we're going to lose a 4K4 versus someone so harmless, such as Unknown. And then when you set a win con of 3 stages on Survivor for the killer pick of the other team, how are you then only just scraping by as the last gen pops, as you touched upon? I feel like I'm missing something, Nathan. I really must be missing something.
Yeah, man, I don't even know. But that is going to be the end of this matchup. We do have another matchup in about 50 minutes, so we are going to end stream now, and we will be back with that. That matchup is going to be, I believe, Dream Chasers versus Team Value. So we are going to be back with that in about 50 minutes. We will end the stream, but don't go too far. Be ready for that matchup, and I will be back for casting on that one, but will be stepping away. But thank you guys for coming to watching. This was super fun, and we will be back with that matchup pretty soon. Will, do you have any last words you want to say?
Well, Nathan, I would say it was a pleasure to cast with you, but honestly, if I was going to speak my mind, I would say you did an absolutely terrible job. You know, I think it's only fair enough to say that to you, Nathan, and if you've got anything bad you want to say about me, then go ahead. Now's the time to get those vented up feelings about me out. You know, I don't think there's much bad you can say. I think I did pretty well in terms of talking my shit.
Yeah, I mean, Will, we all know that you're one of the best people at shit talking because you can never say anything nice to anyone in your life. But we will see that matchup coming up pretty soon. We will see you guys then, and we will be back.